Methods of preparation. So when you're talking of methods of preparation, what happens is, it was basically we were talking about reduction. So we already saw reduction using molecular hydrogen and reduction using nascent hydrogen. Today we will talk about reduction using lithium aluminium hydride, LiAlH4. See what happens in this case is, when you take a aldehyde, so you have an aldehyde RC double, so using lithium aluminium, what are the things you can do? Reduction of first is aldehyde. So you have RC double bond OH plus hydride, no, actually react it with lithium aluminium hydride, LiAlH4 in presence of ether, and then you hydrolyze this in presence of acid. You get RCH2OH. What is the importance of this method is, why is this method important? Now you can also do this. Now normally carboxylic acids are very, very difficult to reduce. It is clear. But you can here also do reduction of carboxylic acid, RC double bond OH, very rare case. So why is carboxylic acid used as a solvent in reduction? Is why it doesn't get reduced very easily. It's a final oxidation product. So reverse reduction is not very easy. But with lithium aluminium hydride, LiAlH4, it's possible. So you will get RCH2OH. But a far more easier method is, you can take a ester. So you have RC double bond OC2H5, or you take a R dash, ester. So you take a ester and then treat it with lithium aluminium hydride. This is a faster reaction. So you will get RCH2OH plus R dash OH. So you will get alcohol. So this is so what generally, whenever we have to, when we have a raw material as carboxylic acid, we know we can't reduce it. So what we would do preferably is convert it into an ester and then do reduction of the ester. Is this point clear? That makes things easy. The next, where is it? I am looking for that cloth. It's here. So next is from Grignard reagent. So let us see what happens. Formaldehyde, any other aldehyde and ketone. So next method of preparation is from Grignard reagent. From Grignard reagent. Is this point clear? See what happens when you take first formaldehyde. So this is a neat question. Grignard reacts with formaldehyde to give primary alcohol. With any other aldehyde gives secondary alcohol. With ketone it gives a tertiary alcohol. So that sequence you should know. So I'll write it down if you want. That Grignard reagent reacts with formaldehyde and it forms a primary alcohol. With any other aldehyde, it forms a secondary alcohol. With a ketone, any ketone for that matter, it forms a tertiary alcohol. So this is what we are talking. We look at each one of the reaction. See, first is with formaldehyde. You have H, C double bond OH reacts with CH3MgBr, methyl magnesium bromide. This reaction happens in presence of dry ether. There's a shift in bonded pair, oxygen negative, carbon positive. So what happens is we have, so there's a nucleophilic addition. It's an example of nucleophilic addition. You get a complex in between. What is the complex? H, C, OMgBr, H and CH3. Now this complex on hydrolysis, see remember this complex is always stable in neutral and alkaline medium. It's only when you introduce a dilute mineral acid H plus, what happens? The bond breaks. So what do you get? You get CH3, CH2OH. So characteristic group of a primary alcohol is CH2OH. When you take any other aldehyde, suppose if I take acetaldehyde, CH3, C double bond OH plus CH3MgBr in presence of dry ether, what happens? You get an intermediate. So what happens over here? So you get CH3, C, OMgBr, H, and this on hydrolysis in presence of a dilute mineral acid, the bond will break over here. So ये OH हो जाएगा, ये H हो जाएगा. So you will get CH3, CH, OH plus MgBrOH. So characteristic group of a secondary alcohol is CH group. CHOH is secondary alcohol का group. So this is isopropyl alcohol, a secondary alcohol. Okay. Then when we take a ketone, do we have space here? Yes, we have space here. So third is, we take a ketone. We take CH3, C double bond O CH3 and react it with CH3 MgI, MgBr. Now what happens? Shift in bonded pair, oxygen becomes negative, this becomes positive. So we get the complex CH3, C, OMgBr, CH3, CH3. Now this on hydrolysis, what does it form? It forms CH3, CH3, OH, CH3. It's tertiary butyl alcohol. It's tertiary butyl alcohol. Is this point clear? So this is how we can prepare for, so a question I told you in MCQs, they can ask. Formaldehyde gives primary alcohol, any other aldehyde will give secondary alcohol, and with any ketone it will give a tertiary alcohol, not butyl, tertiary alcohol. Now let us talk about alcohol का एक main ये chapter का क्या है, that we have to seriously talk about its physical properties. A lot of questions are asked on physical properties. Volatile, lower alcohols are volatile and they have a fiery taste. Means they taste with they have a burning sensation. So lower alcohol are soluble in water, and they have a fiery taste. Okay. So now that we have talked about solubility, what happens? Listen, one by one we will look at solubility part. Hydrogen bonding. Then the third part is not because of extensive hydrogen bonding. Now as we go down, see, when you look at alcohol, ROH, so this end will be called as the hydrophobic end sorry, hydrophilic. This will be called as hydrophilic end, and this will be called as hydrophobic end. So as we go down the homologous series, this R group is increasing, so solubility will decrease. So fourth point over रहेगा. As we go down, as we go down the homologous series, solubility decreases. Solubility decreases. Is this point clear? Then for एक मिनट, fifth point, for isomeric, each is a MCQ on its own, Sarah. For isomeric alcohol, the N-butyl, isobutyl, sec-butyl, tertiary butyl, as branching increases, solubility increases. Solubility increases. Sixth point, as again for isomeric alcohol. For isomeric alcohol, what happens? As branching increases, for isomeric alcohol, as branching increases, what is going to happen? Boiling point, melting point decreases, and boiling point decreases. Why does it happen? Because see, N-butyl alcohol straight, Sarah, don't worry. Sometimes 1 minute internet का कुछ लफड़ा है तो it happens like that. Just be on the line. तो क्या करें यार? It is tough, I tell you. But I'm enjoying it because you know what? At least we are able to communicate. You know, instead of absolutely stopping everything. By the way, Sarah, did you enjoy those edited versions? I have learned editing software now, so you can see so it is more compact actually. You know, all those in between things I have edited and all that, or wherever is important I have zoomed and all that. So I am learning editing software, so that's a good thing that has happened. You know, I'm upskilling myself. So this also you will get all edited version. Don't worry, ये सब जो बात करते हैं ये सब edit हो जाएगा. So for as branch, as what happens is, if you have a straight chain alcohol, this is the amount of van der Waals force. If you have a branched alcohol, it will be spherical, so surface attraction decreases. So as branching increases, surface attraction decreases, and because of that what happens? Boiling point, melting point decreases. Is this clear? Let me see something else that we have to talk about. So boiling point बोलो ना, methyl alcohol. Okay, this is all. Now we come to chemical properties. Okay, first I'll rub this off and then. So I think today start by Tuesday. I think I'll finish alcohol, and then we'll start with phenols. So coming 2 weeks में हो जाएगा alcohol. It's quite a bit यार. तुम्हारा at least 30-40% of the paper 2 is over then. Then the next big chapter is of course aldehyde ketone, ना वो difficult है, वो करते हैं. I think by your exam I should be able to finish aldehyde ketone also, aldehyde ketone carboxylic acid. So that should help you. I'll be happy if you do well in chemistry. Now, listen, we come to chemical properties. See, we have alcohol, ROH. When you have alcohol, ROH, what happens? There are two properties. That is, reaction of the H atom. We also call this as acidic property. And then we have reaction of the OH group, where we can talk of oxidation, substitution and all that. So, reaction, there are two reactions we see. One is reaction of the H atom. Let us start with reaction of H atom. See, one thing you must know in physical property, that alcohol is neutral to litmus. So, we always, some teachers teach alcohol is neutral. Alcohol is neutral to litmus. What does that mean? It means that neither red litmus turns blue nor blue litmus turns red. That is the point. Is this clear? But when do we say a substance is an acid? When it reacts with a base. And what kind of substance are we considering as base? Metal, metal hydroxides, metal carbonates, metal bicarbonate and ammonia. So any substance is able to react with even one of them, then we say it's acidic. So it's neutral to litmus, but it does react with sodium. So what happens is we have reaction with active metal like sodium. Reaction with active metal sodium. Reaction with active metal sodium. So what happens is you have ROH, the alcohol, reacts with sodium metal. And what does it form? It forms RONA, liberating. So this is called as sodium alkoxide. Very simple, form just simple. But what kind of question can be asked in this? So, reactivity, decreasing order of reactivity. Decreasing order, first is reactivity. As we go down the homologous series, as we go down the homologous series, reactivity decreases. Why does it happen? Let me explain. So I take CH3OH, CH3CH2OH, CH3CH2CH2OH. What happens is, the inductive effect of the alkyl group decreases the electronegativity on oxygen. So what is happening? Electronegativity of oxygen decreases. So if the electronegativity of oxygen decreases because of the plus inductive effect, oxygen is not able to easily pull from hydrogen. Na? See, oxygen has to pull the oxygen hydrogen ka bond ka electron, so it goes out as H plus and comes, Na comes in its place. So what happens is, because oxygen becomes less electronegative, it is not pulling from the hydrogen. So what happens is, automatically reactivity with sodium decreases. That's the first entrance exam question that we should think of. Is this clear? Then, when we look at isomeric alcohol, as branching increases, what happens? Electronegativity decreases. So for isomeric alcohol, second point, this is all questions for NEET. For isomeric alcohol, 1 minute. For isomeric alcohol, what is going to happen? As branching increases, the reactivity decreases. So N-butyl alcohol greater than isobutyl, greater than sec-butyl, greater than sec-butyl alcohol, greater than isobutyl, greater than tertiary butyl. Okay. So this was about the first reaction of the H atom. Is this point clear? So the next is esterification. 1 minute, let me just check if Kaushik has come. रमा, कौशिक आया क्या? क्या बोला? What is the react? ये क्या बोल रहा हो? हाँ ठीक है, चलो. So Sarah, come on, let's continue. So what we have over here is, we are continuing the reaction of H atom. The reaction is esterification. So when you're talking of esterification, what happens is, you have R C double bond OH, a carboxylic acid, reacts with R dash OH, an alcohol. In presence of concentrated sulfuric acid. So what happens? The reaction goes in a typical form, specific form. What is that? That we have OH of the acid combines with H of alcohol. Remember this. Because how did they know it is OH of the acid with H of the alcohol? They had labeled this oxygen, means made it radioactive. So then the ester formed was radioactive. So you have R C double bond O R dash plus H2. So the labeled was over here. So they realized that this is how the reaction takes place. So what are the 2 points? Why we need concentrated sulfuric acid over here? We need concentrated sulfuric acid over here because first and foremost, concentrated sulfuric acid, this reaction is a reversible reaction. ये जो है, this reaction is actually a reversible reaction. So if the reaction is reversible, then what are we supposed to do? We are supposed to, how do we shift the equilibrium to the right? We shift the equilibrium to the right by increasing the concentration of one of the reactant, that is alcohol, and removing one of the product. That's exactly the role which is played by Kong sulfuric acid. So concentrated sulfuric acid is a dehydrating agent. Concentrated sulfuric acid dehydrate. So it goes on removing the water. So the reaction equilibrium shifts to the right. The second point is, it is also acting. So if you look at a mechanistic point of view, it has another role to play. You'll say, sir, why not we use some other dehydrating agent? That's not the point. There is another reason also by Kong sulfuric acid. It acts as a protonating agent. It acts as a protonating agent. So let me explain. See what happens is, Now we talk about mechanism. The mechanism is going to tell us how OH of the acid reacts with H of the alcohol. Okay. See, what happens is, step 1 is protonation. So you have R C double bond OOH. It is attacked by proton. Where is the source of proton? Sulfuric acid formed H plus OSO3H minus. So what is going to happen? You have RCOH OH plus. So it's a carbonium ion intermediate. Now what is going to happen? I'll just sit down and then I'll use the space below. Okay. Now what happens is, listen carefully. You have RCOH OH plus R dash OH, the alcohol. Now see, this carbonium ion is what? It is electron deficient. Carbonium ion is electron deficient, whereas the oxygen here has a lone pair, so it is electron rich. So here the oxygen donates a lone pair to. So the first question is what? Protonation. That is an MCQ you should expect. So what does it form? It forms RCOH OH R dash. But what has happened? This oxygen lost the electron, so it's positively charged. But remember, moment a electronegative element is positively charged, what is going to happen? It's going to push out some atom to get its lone pair back. So what does it do? It throws this H as H plus, which comes over here. That's why we say OH of the acid with H of the alcohol. Are you understanding? And then what will happen is now, so that will go out as water. So you have RCOH OR, and this is plus because water went away. So this H plus will go away. Where did this H plus come? It came from the sulfuric acid. That will go away. It will leave this oxygen negative. So carbon positive, oxygen negative. This is a rich in electron, deficient electron, pi bond is restored. So this is the mechanistic view of esterification. Is this clear? So these are the two reactions of what you call the H atom.